Yeah, that you love your juice?
Uh-huh. And we're going to trip.
Mm-hmm.
And with the car, we're going to the trip.
Yeah.
And then mommy and dad are eating right here. And me, I'm here to miss. Baby Susie, you're kissing. And daddy Susie. And where are we going to?
Woohoo!
Teacher Alexa.
Well, no, we're not going to teacher Jessica.
What
We're going to church.
We're going to church.
Yes. All right, tell them see you later.
We will.
Say bye. Hello, Rod Squad. We are so excited to be back. Guys, I'm trying not to scream a lot. A lot has happened, and I'm currently sitting in one of the biggest blessings that God gave us this year. But further along in the vlogs, you guys will find out, because yes, we are spilling the tea. God has been so faithful. We've missed you. I've missed vlogging. I know that we weren't as consistent and we had just started. And I think that that was the major key to this whole story on what I'm going to share with you guys. But if you are new to our channel and you want to know more about who is Made Rodriguez and what we're all about, well, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button so that you can be notified every time we post a new video. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started and let's get into this tea that I am going to share with you guys. We are so excited about this relaunch of our YouTube channel. It literally has been, if I'm not wrong with my calculations, about 2.5 years, I want to say. No, like 2 years pretty much since we started vlogging, and this whole idea of moving from New York to Texas and bringing you guys along in our transition. But a lot of bumps in the road happened, right? And number one thing that happened was that I got pregnant of baby number 2. And yes, you guys were a part of our gender reveal and a couple of more videos, but honestly, guys, just everything took a toll on me, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and start from the beginning. We were so passionate about wanting to start this vlog to create memories for our family, to pour into you guys everything that God was putting in our heart, to pour into you guys all the ideas and all the things that we've accomplished till today, and bring you guys along the reality of life. I think that many times we find people on this platform where maybe we try to make it too good, right? And we've wanted to create a place where we're showing you guys the rawness of us, right? If the house is a mess, if the kids are being crazy, if, like we don't have a maid, we don't have a chef, like all these kind of things. And we want that to be the main reason that people click on our videos, right? Which is simply to get to know us, to get to know our family, to hear what God wants to say through us. We have a lot of video and a lot of content that we're ready to share with you guys. So I can't wait for that. In the next couple of weeks, you'll be able to be a part of so many things that God has been doing through our life. So we had started this channel with the idea of wanting to just share our transition and share how the difficult bumps in the roads, but let's just be raw and honest. When I got pregnant of baby number 2, I didn't want to do anything. Like, I lost passion for this. I lost passion for pretty much everything. I didn't want to do anything. I was like, oh my God, I am in a different state now, pregnant of my second baby. My daughter's only 6 months. My husband's working long hours, and I didn't want to do anything. And for my part, at least, I just didn't have the energy to just get up and vlog. And then after that, I had baby boy, and then I was just consumed and overwhelmed and desperate and like anxious, and just a lot of things that were going on in my life. Like emotionally, I felt alone. Guys, I felt so many things in that moment. And I was launching my beauty business. So, I wasn't even focused on this, to be honest. I did a couple videos after that, after having baby boy, but it was just not flowing. It was just not it. And then I just came to the conclusion that it's just not the season. It was not the season for me to be vlogging, for me to share with you guys what God has put in my heart, to share with you guys what's going on with my family, to share with you guys, because I wasn't even like good at this. Like I was like, where do I start? What do I say? Like, what if people don't even want to hear what I have to say, right? So I doubted myself. I doubted my capability. I was trying to juggle with my beauty business, my kids, my house, my marriage. And guys, that's another thing, right? We moved from New York to Texas because David wanted to continue to pursue his career as police officer. And it was all great at the beginning, but along the way, God closed those doors, and literally, like, and this is just the truth, right? You wanted the truth, here's the truth. God closed the doors for David completely to become a cop. Like it was all God. Like he was upset at the beginning, but we can't deny that everything that God does is with purpose, and because he has something better for us, right? And so fast forward 3 years later, and the Lord literally surprised us with an unexpected job offer. And I will tell you guys more about this in the next vlogs, but it was literally like God was like, look, all you needed to do was wait a couple more while I processed you, while I taught you how to be patient, while I taught you how to deal with emotions and your family and your household and so many things, guys, because people think that marriage is easy. Marriage is not easy. And I can't wait, because David and I are gonna have a marriage segment. I'm gonna be having girl talk on here, and obviously vlogs, right? So all our YouTube channel is gonna be focused on family, faith, and vlogging, and we are super excited about that. So jumping back into the story, guys, sorry for the rumble. I didn't have energy to vlog, and that's just the truth of it. And then obviously, like, David was in his own transition, and he didn't want to support me in it, right? He didn't want to be on here. He didn't want to record. He didn't want to stand in front of the camera and talk. And things have changed because God has really molded a lot of areas in our life and brought us into a place where we are like yes to anything that Jesus wants. So it's been a great process, although it was tough at the beginning. Because let me tell you guys, we were building a house, and the house didn't go through. Like, everything fell flat in front of our eyes. I literally blamed David for every little inch of that, and it wasn't his fault. It was God preparing us for what was yet to come. And with that being said, guys, God literally surprised us, because we were praying in 2021, we started praying to God and asking him, like, Lord, you need to do something in our finances. You need to do something in, in the things that our hearts desire. Of course, if it was his will. And we just started to pray according to God's heart. And we were like, Lord, we believe that if we set something into the atmosphere, which is, in other words, called like manifestation, you will do according to your purpose for our life. And so along the way, right, remind you guys, we moved to Texas initially, right, because David wanted to continue to pursue his career of police officer, because he thought that that was what God wanted him to do. And it's funny because you know, as a wife, I was supporting my husband's dream of becoming a cop and putting my dreams and my desires and my goals and my career aside so that he can flourish in his. And it wasn't God's purpose, but God had something better, right? And obviously at that time we didn't understand it, and we were just like, dude, what the heck is going on? Like, we can't do this anymore. But God molded his character. God molded both of us. He put us through the fire. And I'm fast forward, because I'm going to do a sit down with David and share about this, guys. But fast forward through the time that we were praying to God for a breakthrough in certain things. And we literally told God, Lord, before the end of the year, that's literally what we said, before the end of 2021, that needs to happen, right? And guys, I was thriving in my business, in my beauty business. It has been a true blessing, but through that business, I was able to start launching my own business, right? And I became a social media coach, helping people brand themselves on Instagram and realize the potential that each person has, and the words and what God has to say through each individual. And I became so passionate about that, and it has been growing so much. And I'll literally do a whole vlog about that, but that's not what I wanted to talk about today. So I was able to launch my my social media business, and it was a blessing, but yet we were like, Lord, there's something else missing. Something else, God. There's something else that you need to do, or there's something else that you're going to do. And we just knew in our heart and had that conviction that just God wasn't done yet, right? Okay, guys. So, in September, October, around September, we drove to see some of our friends, and we were like, oh my God, let's just move here, and thinking like, hey, God's gonna open doors, right? And yeah, we came. We were very disappointed because we made the trip, a 4-hour drive, and literally nothing happened, right? And so we came back to Houston, and David just began to apply to job positions, and just believing that if it was God's purpose, something was going to happen and that doors were going to open. Because at the end of the day, guys, God knew what he was saving my husband from in the whole cop thing, right? Because the times that we're living is crucial. But jumping back into it, he started to apply by faith 2 jobs in this location. Literally, he applied to 65 job positions, guys. 65, okay? And I remember one day he calls me and he's like, hey babe, this is like literally right after Thanksgiving, if I'm not wrong. And he calls me and he's like, babe, my manager is literally telling me this and that, telling me that I'm not qualified for the positions that I applied for. That, in other words, he is a silly bear, and why is he applying to things like this if he has no experience, right? And I literally got pissed on the phone, and I was like, let's pretend that my brush is my phone. And I was like, sir, is your manager God, or is God God? Like, who has the last word here? You or God? And he kind of felt a little better, and I was like, we'll talk about it more when you get home. Okay, not more than 4 hours passed by, and my husband calls me, and he's crying. He's crying, and I'm like, did you get fired? That's what I thought, to be honest, guys. That's literally what I thought. And he was like, no. And then he's like, they called me from the place, right? And like from the city, and that we were wanting to move to. And he was like, they called me and they offered me the position that the manager had just told him that he was not qualified for, okay? And he had just transitioned into this job like 7 months prior. So he was fairly new, so it kind of made sense what they were saying, and he didn't really have experience in this position. So guys, sorry, I've been super congested. But so he called me, he's like, they called me from there and they gave me the offer, and I was like, what? Like, I was like, what? And then Melody comes out in this photo, she was like, what? Like, 'cause she was like thinking she understood what's going on. And he was like, yeah. And now he was gonna make 3 times more the money that we were making, well, he was making in this job position, right? And so I was like, no way. And he was like, yeah, babe, and we get this and we get that. So we need to prepare. We need to find out how much it's going to be to move, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, but wait, babe, there's more. And I was like, what? And he's like, I asked them how much more time we had, or how much time we were going to have to move from this city, from Houston to the city, that city that we wanted to move to. And they were like, wait, okay, so forget that offer letter. So his heart sank and my heart sank, and I'm like, oh, so they didn't give him the offer. And they were like, oh, we didn't know you were relocating. In that case, we are gonna cover your whole relocation. And we've never seen something like this happen. And so they were like, yeah, we're gonna cover your hotels every time you guys drive there to look at places. We will cover the mortgage, no, not the mortgage, sorry, imagine, the down payment for a house, whether it is new construction or a house that's not new, or we'll pay for the rent for your house if you guys decide to rent a house instead. And so I was like, no way, like, this is too good to be true. And they were like, not only that, but we will pay for, like I said, the hotels, the meals, the mileage, the gas, everything for you guys to go as many times as needed to the city and find the right place for you guys. Mind you guys, we literally, and he had to start, he had to be in the city by December 18. And literally it was after Thanksgiving, so you do the math, it was right on time. And so he was like, that's not even it, babe. And I was like, what? There's more? And he's like, yes, they literally gave me a $3,000 raise in addition to the fact that we're already getting paid 3 times more the income. And he was like, because they're making me a charge of more. And I was like, what? I told you, babe, like, who has the last word? God does. So whoever God calls, he qualifies, okay? So if you are waiting for a breakthrough, guys, just real quick, best believe that God called you enough. God called you qualified, okay? If somebody or your parents or your family or your spouse or whoever it is tries to tell you that you are incapable, you are capable. My husband and I are 26 and 25 years old. We've been together for almost 10 years and married for about, it's gonna be 4 years in July. And in less than 3 years, we've accomplished everything that we've accomplished. So, and by ourselves, right? Because all our family is back in New York. So he goes and he's like, babe, they are giving us movers. The movers come to the house. They pack everything. It's like the luxurious or the 5-star treatment kind of thing. I've never seen that, right? So they came to my house. They packed all our clothes, everything, saran wrapped, put down the beds, everything. And like, when I tell you that they packed all my clothes, it's like boxes that have hanger thingies in it. I don't know, special boxes. And they would grab it off the hangers and hang them in those boxes. Guys, I didn't have to worry about anything. I actually left the house and went to play at this place called Creekside, I don't know if Creek Hat. It's super cute here in Texas. And we went to play there. I took them out. I went to Target, And when I came back, everything was packed in my house and the house was our apartment was completely empty. And guys, this is the things that God does. He is spontaneous. He's never late. He's always early. And one of the things that we told the Lord was, before the end of the year, before the end of 2021. And God literally showed up, okay? He showed up. And I love it when he shows up. because there's no denying that it was God and it was only God. Okay, so all of that happened. And needless to say, guys, I'm now sitting in our new home. Yes, guys, this house is 2 times bigger than the house that we were originally building and going to sign on. Like, everything was done and we were just missing one paper to sign on that house in Houston. And guys, we are now in Dallas. Yes, guys, we are now in Dallas, Texas. We're super happy here because we do have like pretty much family. They're friends, but very close friends. We've been friends with them for about 10 years, and we're super happy that they're here and reconnected with other mentors and leaders that we knew from a church that we don't want to talk about. But we were really excited about that because at least we would have somebody that we knew around, right? So yeah, guys, we're now in Dallas, Texas. We're in our house, and literally, like, God has surprised us so much, and we couldn't have started 2022 the right way. And let me be the first to say, guys, that we are savages. We moved into our house December 23rd. And let me tell you that I told them, is there any way that you guys can surround wrap my my tree, the kids, the Christmas? And they surround wrapped my tree. My tree got to our house with all the ornaments completely organized, the gifts, everything. And I was like, Lord, you are so good. But guys, this video has gotten very long, so I catch you guys in our next video. I hope that you guys become part of the Made Rodriguez family, the Rod Squad, and join us in our journey. We are so excited to share with you guys everything that has been happening in our lives for the last few years and all the amazing things that are happening right now. We will be posting every Tuesday and every Friday, so be attentive to that. Remember, hit the bell button so that you don't miss any one of our videos. We will be doing a lot of raw, non-edited videos because we want you guys to see the rawness, not such edited videos. So this video pretty much won't be that edited. So we love you guys, and we'll see you guys again in our next video.